I should not charge me, myself, and I. Play the odds, a yes man is just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menu, the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce. I gave it up and talking Cuban links. Tell her ain't no weak link in my Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum FUBU days. I got dreams of being Hova out your movie, yay. Listen, babe, so good you'll think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. For real, overload. My pinky, money, baby, we don't pay, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, sold, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.
Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I said, babe, he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Looking to throw on second down. Avery. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd down, Avery. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Avery. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's a give to Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. From the gun, Avery. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go play action. It's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long here for Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. On first down, Avery going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Avery. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be third down. Operating from the gun, Avery, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing on first down, Avery. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun on third down, Avery. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Looking to throw on second down. Avery toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a third and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Here's Barkley. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
Flex round! Flex round!
On fourth down, Avery. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Rosen to throw on second down. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! White 90! White 90! Mike 18! Mike 18! Ohio! Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Avery. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Avery. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 46. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. He's got a man, complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Caught by Nelson left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. following the penalty. It's Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at
They go to Johnson again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. To throw on 2nd down. Avery. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw on 3rd down. Avery. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Oh, now he bowls him over. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. The toss out to Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Avery to Barkley on the check down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out till you run out.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney!
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Rosen will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Hey, you got three down. Flex round.
On 1st down, Avery, throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Avery over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
Flex round. I got you. Ohio.
to throw. Avery. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
What? 90. What? 90.
Back to the air on second down. Avery. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
To throw on third down. Avery. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Ohio! Ohio! What's the run? They're running it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Throwing on first down. Avery. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up third and goal. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Avery. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
fumble recovery. Avery. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking to throw. Avery. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing on third and long. Avery. And he will find his man on the outside. 18 yards there and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On first and 10, Avery. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Robert Kimdichie able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on second down. Avery, he's going to let it go deep, and that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On second down, Johnson. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And looking to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But That may not matter now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Check 26. Check 26.
Operating from the gun, Avery. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
On first down, Avery. His throw caught right around the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Ohio. Ohio.
A handoff to Barkley, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Ohio. 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 Ohio.
He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So out now come the Cardinals. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Throwing now is Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Busy night continues for Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. He's going to get it running right, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now it's Rosen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cardinals, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.